2019, what a year. We had some extreme ups and a lot of extreme downs, but a shit ton of hella good music. Hi everyone, my name is Umu, I'm React Gauge channel creator, and welcome to my end of the year video where I talk about my top songs of 2019. Even if you hate all my favorite songs of 2019, let's please keep the comment section full of love and respect for one another. With 2019 being such a rough and turbulent year, let's try to start 2020 with as much kindness as we can. So you may have noticed a change in format in this video from my past end of the year videos. Hi, I'm showing my face and talking instead of typing. Also, last year I tried to feature no repeated artist on my list, but this year it's impossible not to. So this time around I've limited it to at most 2 songs per artist on my list. So my top 19 songs of 2019 are all songs that I could listen to back to back for like a full day. There were so many songs that when I listened to them for the first time, my mind was blown, but after listening to them like 20, 30 more times, they just didn't quite hold up. So without further ado, let's get into my list. First, I'd like to talk about number 19.
How can I believe that you love me?
So this song starts off in such a slow tempo with no percussion, so it's hard to feel any pulse, and we have this sound in the background. So listening to this part makes me imagine a really dark void with like blobs of colors floating around. So what blows my mind about this song is when we do add percussion to get the momentum moving forward, it's almost as if it's changes to a slower tempo, and it's just as hard to feel where the pulse is. I don't know, this section still confuses me. But then, this part. We go double time! And now we're very confident in where the beat is. We know the rhythm of the vocal line. Because the parts before, it's just so confusing. You're floating around, not quite sure. Even if a beat hits, you're like, wait, was this beat supposed to happen at this time? But now, like, you know, you're confident. And we're like moving along, and then this song is like experiencing, you know, when Doctor Strange first goes to Kathmandu and then he meets, what is she called, the Holy One? You know, and she like, you know, goes like, pew, and he goes out of his body, and then like she sends him through all the, is it like astral dimensions? This song, listening to this song is like experiencing that. Okay, the next 2 songs on my list, after listening to probably like around 10 ballads that all sound the same every single week last year, these 2 songs are just a nice, fresh break from those.
You know what I see? I see every day.
So this song isn't about texture or layers or variation or mixing, unlike a lot of other songs on my list. The song is all about musical phrasing and pacing. So to just take you through the song, we have block piano chords on every downbeat.
With smiles and a laugh. Sometimes you seem
And now they're rolled.
so sad, darling.
And then she adds a note.
But I see your dream, you know.
So we're like speeding up the harmonic rhythm right now.
I dreamed
And now we're gonna keep going faster. So now
we needed each other.
we get a chord every beat 1 and 3.
Down to sleep or heat.
You can just imagine a conductor conducting this song. See, there was a little pause, and now we're slow up, and then, you know? And this time, it's repeated vocal melody, but she adds bass notes in the piano. Oh, and it adds so much depth and warmth this second time around. Now she's arpeggiating the chords that she hit before. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
That's what we call love.
The song shows that such simple things like pausing or adding the left hand on the piano to a chord, or even arpeggiating something that was originally like a block chord can add so much interest to such a simply textured song. All right, now for the second ballad on my list, number 17. 17. Okay, so why on earth do I love this song so much? Well, to start off in the first verse, they start in their lower range. And then just as the song goes on, they move higher and higher in their range, and once they get to their falsetto, they stay in that range the rest of the song. But then they add in background vocals, and they also add an octave below their melody to add that depth that you would miss if you just sang in falsetto for the rest of the song. Another reason why I love this song so much is just the vocal melody itself. Even though there are pauses and breaks between the notes, even though they switch vocalists, it sounds like one giant phrase. They even land on scale degree 1 multiple times, but they sing that scale degree 1 as if they aren't finished speaking yet, so that when we do reach the end of the chorus and then have an instrumental break after it, then you realize, wow, that was just, they had a lot to say. Okay, transitioning to more upbeat music. I think what I love most about the song is the overall energy it gives off. It isn't the most fast-paced hype song that there is out there, but because of the rise and fall of the transition sections with the vocalist singing softly and featuring the higher end of the piano, and then moving straight into like the power chord section with a lot of bass and chanty vocal parts, I think that's what really helps with the ebb and flow and just getting its listeners really, really hyped up. So what makes this song even better is, I think, its use of silence. Take the chorus, for example. Hit. We have this wall of sound coming at us, which can be fatiguing if we just use too much of it. But hit. Hey! When you have such a big wall of sound, it's good to let the song breathe once in a while. And this song uses the perfect amount of variation in silence. Are you ready for number 15 on my list? Are you ready for this? Zimzalabim! Why do I like this song? Well, the very first time I listened to it, it was so unexpected. There were musical plot twists left and right, and I just love not knowing what's coming up next. Why do I still like it? It's like a futuristic carnival. I love the bell noises, I love the drumline snare sounds, I love the zipper-like synth that continues through most of the song and changes timbre in the bubblegum part. I love the bubblegum part. It's full of red velvet harmonies. I love the bridge, where we transition into, the velvet side, and then I love when we go back into the chorus and Wendy gets to show off her amazing skills. And I love the form of this song, yo! Because the pre-chorus is also the post-chorus, and then it shows up as the pre-chorus again the second time through, but half as long. We get a dance break in this song. The very last chorus combines everything. The zim-zalabim, zim-zim-zalabim, the zippery bass, the claps, the snares, the bubblegum pop pre-chorus harmonies, everything, literally everything they use in the song except for the bells. That would have been way too chaotic, but they combine everything for the giant explosion climax of this song, and it just all comes together, and gah! So the next song on my list unlocks my quirky side no matter what mood I'm in. I love the sounds in this song. The gourd shaker, the guitar and bass sounds are mixed so well. I love the jazz organ. I love the faraway piano sound. I love it when the vocal parts are pitched up or pitched down. It just adds, sprinkles some extra quirkiness onto the song. I also love how this song is minimalistic in terms of how much sound we get with few layers and lots of moments where we can, hear the silence behind each instrument. So when there's repeated material, she makes sure to change something up. Take the second chorus, for example. Like, that wasn't there the first time. It's great. She just keeps layering on more and more things that keeps the momentum of the song going. It keeps your interest. Oh, and the bridge. We've got like a lot more motion going than we did before with the pizzicato strings, and now we add in a synth. And then we have a little catch-up vocal part. We rest a little bit. And you're like, okay, now we can just go back into the chorus and end it, right? Oh, it's just so good! I feel really empowered listening to this track. I feel empowered by empowered women who are saying, screw beauty standards, beauty is me. So the first verse, it's smooth and catchy with that amazing chill, but we cool reggae vibe. And at this part, you can tell how badass this song is going to be, but you don't know what's coming for you. And the pre-chorus is just done so well. Duh, duh, duh. Hear that bass? That doesn't appear the second time through, so they keep changing the material that they have. And then, ah! I love the industrial sound of the bass. I love how unapologetically it emphasizes the weak beats. Oh. It's just so unexpected the first time you listen to it, and then after you listen to it 20 times, it feels so good to be able to predict the bass emphasizing not the downbeats. Okay, moving on to number 12 on my list. Saxophone. Screams. Groovy beat. That's why I like this song. Shall we move on? Just kidding! I love how the transitions stumble onto the next part. We hit on the and. I love the delicate, smooth pre-chorus. And then the bass part! Oh, it's so good at the chorus! Oh! Ow. If you ever see me walk by you in person, walking like this, it's because I'm listening to this song. And the variation in the song, like the switch between styles. The second verse, for example. That's me. Don't talk to me like that, baby. And the bridge. And of course, to make this song even better, the third chorus has more saxophone. Ah! Okay, number 11 on my list. 제목은 없어 흐르는 대로 그냥 만들어봤어 내 느낌대로 너의 눈 너의 코 네 입술까지 다 노래로 만들. The beginning really captivates you because you're not sure which beat he's gonna really emphasize. Oh wait, no, that was gentle. See, you don't know what beat he's gonna like hit a really staccato fast chord or just do a gentle hit of a chord. It really pulls you in. You're like holding your breath. You're like, who's gonna happen next? And then compound meter, man. Compound meter. Songs in compound meter, triplets. Oh, this is still on. Triplets are just better than anything else. Okay, this bridge. We've got two basic styles going on, but we need a texture change about now. And that's what we get. We totally changed the rhythmic feel, completely. The first time I listened to this, I thought we changed meter. But if you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's still the aim small feel. And then Yo, okay, so you can kind of expect him to just go up a scale, but he just, he leaps up more than an octave. Yeah, I know, damn. Whew. Okay, moving on to a emo song for me. This song makes me cry. I've been asking myself, why on earth do I cry every single time I listen to this song? And I think it's because, one, like after you do read the lyrics, I mean, you kind of know what they're saying, even if you don't speak Korean. But like after I read the lyrics, the emotions that they set up with the lyrics in the first verse, then they rely on this wall of sound. They don't need lyrics for you to feel the emotions that they already gave you in the first verse. So this chorus makes you reflect on your own best parts of your life. And what helps us get to that emotional state is the very ending of the pre-chorus. So we're floating, and then we have this suspension. Land on tonic. Just nothing unexpected happens. And the progression we have is also very, very simple. It's 6, 4, 5, which is one that we have heard in lots of pop songs before. So it is as if you are arriving home because you're arriving to a comfortable place. So the reason why this song is number 10 on my list is because not only does it make me cry, but the message is very important to me. This song talking about we don't know when we're going to die, so make every part your best part. Making sure not a single moment of your life is meaningless. Thanks to this song, that's my goal for 2020. It's gonna be my last semester of college. So I'm hoping to end my college adventure as happy and healthy as I can. Moving on to something less emotional. There's something about this song that's so addicting. It's so smooth and soothing and pleasant to listen to. It's hard to name a specific thing in each section that makes me love it. Wait, no, just kidding, because the pentatonic scale. I love the pentatonic parts because the pentatonic scale is a very open scale. Basically, it's different. It's a specific pattern of notes, and this specific pattern of notes and gives the song such a spacious, flowy vibe. Oh, and can we please talk about the pre-chorus? Like, that sounds really hard to sing, because the girls, they're just jumping around that range. They aren't just singing like a typical scale or like arpeggio. They're just jumping around that arpeggio, not necessarily singing it in order. So it sounds like a really difficult part, but they do it flawlessly. The number 8 should be a hint to what my next song/artist is. Anyone? 8 makes one team? All eyes on me now! Just stands the money! It's too pointless! We still young and wild! We're gonna fight! New one to be mine! Send it to butter, nigga! Some of the Feel like Peter, yeah. I'd have to say my favorite parts of this song are the second verse and the very last chorus. Clank, clank, clank. The second verse is just so fun. It's impossible not to move your body to this part. What I love about this part is that it's completely new material from what we've had from the first verse, but it does use little bits and pieces here and there from what we've heard before in the song. So, you know, Mingy's rap is completely new, but we've got the whoo that we had in the intro. Third chorus. So this is after we get a break from all the dark, pounding, hype energy that we've gotten from the song before, and we've got Jungho's powerful vocals with a very orchestral backing, and we just go full out hype, dark beat this. So what's so hype about this chorus is before we get the vocal parts, we get just the instrumental alone and the full force of their powerful dancing, and we've got the hey, like that new vocal part in the background. We're emphasizing every single beat with the bass drum, so it's just like the ultimate energy, the ultimate dark power. Dark Pirate Power is coming at us. Okay, so number 7 on my list is actually a Japanese release, so I need to be very careful when playing audio samples, so that this video doesn't get blocked or taken down. Let it burn, our world is mine. Yo guys, this song is just so flippin' fun! First of all, it's in compound meter. And like I said before, anything with triplets is just automatically better anything in simple meter. The reason why I like this song is because all of the sounds. Whoop. Hey. You get the idea. There's just really weird short sound effects from the members of NCT. Yet another reason why I love this song so much. The lyrics. Oh, pointed spicy flavors. Don't put it with bitter and sweet haters. Then they rhyme oven with button with percussion. We don't need no fireman. Let this kitchen burn. So the lyrics are really fun. Of course, to make the song even better, there's a lot of chromaticism and syncopation. Okay, and finally, let it burn, our world is mine!
5 minutes later.
Woo! Number 6. This song, yo, this song! The synth sounds are so warm and not ones that we've heard 1,000 times before. The beginning is very rhythmic. We feel a pulse, but notice there's no percussion. The synth is... And of course, we added snaps here, but still, the drive is coming from the subdivided beats in the pulsating synth. Yeah, this is my favorite part of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it kind of crescendos to this louder vocal part. And so we just... And now it's a totally new texture. We're adding subdivisions, which tricks us into thinking that, you know, it's gonna be hype. Oh, yeah, this part. It's so powerful and unexpected and so satisfactory when we have this building wall of sound and then have that wall of sound turn into very short beats that all hit at the same time, so there's gaping sections of silence. And the rest of this song is brilliant too. It's all about soundscape. We have no exact repeated material. When we do have some instrumentals and vocal lines come back, something is added to it or something is changed about it. For example, the and oohs. This time, it's just a singular voice. Last time we had octaves. They also are singing a different note than before. This second pre-chorus has background vocals this time. The second chorus has funk guitar and multiple voices singing the main vocal line. And then the third chorus is a combination of the first and second chorus. Brilliant. Okay, time to talk about another song that makes me emotional. This song it's really a painful and heartbreaking song, but they sing it so beautifully. My favorite part about this song is the pre-chorus. Oh. The first verse is rhythmically driven by the quarter notes in the piano and the guitar line. And so when we do switch to the pre-chorus, all of our attention goes to the toms. And there's just something about it that sounds so lonely. And then the pre-chorus ends with a thinning of the texture, which then allows for swell, an explosion of the chorus. I try not to cry. And this chorus is such a longing but hopeful melody, tinged with sadness because the guitar line hits a tritone, which creates a tiny bit of dissonance. And then moving on towards the end of the song, Wonpil's high note is so beautiful. I love high notes that don't just hit one note and end, but continue for as long as possible, change notes and harmonize with the line below because of its long continuation. Oh, those are the best high notes. And then moving on to number 4 on my list, or should I say the 2 number 4s on my list. I can't pick. Honestly, I can't pick between these two songs. They give me the same feeling, joy, energy, confidence. Listening to them makes me just feel so cool. I love the verses of Dalla Dalla with that bump, 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 bump synth sound. That's two synths combined to create this warm but hard-hitting sound. And I love the following synths of the bridge that change to a completely different key and vibe in the second half of the bridge. And then how they combine that new bridge sound with the chorus sound from before for the very last chorus. Blah! And then Icy is such a perfect strutting to school song. I never get tired of its sound and the little shouted ad-libs in reply to the main vocal part. One of my favorites being the da-da-da-dance in the bridge that leads straight into the up, 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 up we go part. Because of the amount of synths and samples in these songs, you are able to pick up on something new every single time you listen to them. Both songs have super satisfactory and hard-hitting moments like the second verse of Dalla Dalla and also. And before I reveal my top 3 songs of 2019 that are actually all tied for number 1, it's time for some honorable mentions. So the next few songs haven't necessarily been on repeat for me, but I just really admire them and respect them and just want everyone in the world to hear them. So here they are.
질투의 도로시 사랑의 도로시
거대한 너의 그림자를 동경해 넓은 밤 달을 누비는 너의 요요
I can't wait forever. I'm lion, I'm a queen. 아무도
So the next 3 songs on my list are tied for number 1 with how brilliant I think the songwriting is, but I am ranking it based on hype level because last year I tended to listen the most to what songs kind of blasted away any negative emotions I had. So the louder and more upbeat, the more I listened to it. So number 3. In my opinion, this is a perfect song. I have 0 complaints. Everything that I want to happen in a pop song happened. There's unexpected melodic motion. There's fake harmonies. There's multiple vocal lines going on at once. There's key instability since the song keeps switching, the progression keeps switching between major and minor chords. There's variation between each section, whether it be texture, melodic or rhythmic changes, having repeated material but adding something new to it. There's also recognizable but fresh synth sounds. And then the use of silence. The song is constantly changing between common time and half time. For example, the bridge. And then halftime. Now you can feel it. I don't even know what to call this section. It's just, I guess they're still going halftime, but like since we had like random synths come in, the feel kind of changes. And then now we're back to here. And then for the last chorus, it changes. And then we have a little outro. And it ends how it began. It's perfect. It's literally, if anyone is wondering what I think makes a pop song good, it's all the elements that Superhuman has. Okay, time for number 2. What I like best about this song is it tells of a journey, and it gives us that experience of the journey. The very painful, emotional roller coaster journey of youth. But boy, just listening to this song when you're upset or angry feels so good! And then this part. It's using the 2 second, there are 3 beats in a triplet. It's using the second 2. So it's leaving out the downbeat. So we're feeling and because we suddenly switched to this triplet feel and the rappers are rapping in duple, the rhythms clash a little bit, and I love this unsteady feel. But because of the drum kit that's coming in, like it's really, it's like the ultimate climax. It's so powerful. So when the second verse arrives, we have the same vocal melody, but it's an octave up and with different instrumental and a percussion part and stuff. And then the way we get into the chorus is different this time. We don't have this elongated rap part before the drop. But instead, we just go right into it, which then allows for that drop part to repeat more times than it does in the past choruses. This last chorus is just such an explosion of anger, and it's different this time because I'm just gonna go back down to and so it's just winding its way back down to the very ending of this song. 'Tis a perfect package! Yo, okay, so this next song is my remedy to sadness. It is my remedy to exhaustion. It is my remedy to stress. So I've seen online that a lot of people dislike this song and label it as noise, which they are technically not wrong. Music is sound and sound is noise. But I understand that the connotation of what they're saying means messy or a lot going on. Let's talk about what elements of the song may make you feel that way, while also touching on why I love the song so much. Okay, so the first reason why I love this song so much is its mix. If you don't know what a mix is in terms of a song, my recording arts professor explains it in this video. I'll put a link to it in the description. Listen for the bass sound, the vocal part, where it is in your headphone. We have a vocal center of the mix, and it has an echo that bounces between your left and right earbud. And then we also have an octave below and harmony panned a tiny bit to the right of the vocal part. And if you listen closely to the echo, it really matches well with rhythmically and bouncing back and forth with the synth line. So let's go, 3, 2, 1. Da, 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 da. Yeah. And then the second time around when they have the mix on that is completely different. We don't have the echo. And when I got you all night, first of all, the lyrics change, but the very first time it's just autotune, but the second time it appears, it's autotune and muffled. Like, the changes of the mix throughout the entire song is just, it's so detailed. Okay, chorus. The noisy part. It seems that songs that are synthetic and upbeat with lots of layers and don't have an overall arcing melodic line have been called noise this year. I believe Sound Effects by Stray Kids and Red Velvet Simsalabim were also called noise. I really like noise, guys. Because in this song, the vocal part that we get is very rhythmic. It's more rhythmic than it is melodic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's not whoa, 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 whoa. It's whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, you know, they emphasize the articulation of the whoa. So it's more of a beat than of a melodic line, like I said before. Because there's such a wall of sound coming at us in this chorus, that's why I like it. What's so amazing about this chorus and the rest of the song is that it's so freaking energetic and it never lets up. Oftentimes when songs try to do this, I feel like it becomes stale, it just plateaus, and we don't really go anywhere with this. But the reason why I think the song can maintain its hype so well is because we always have something leading us on from one part of the song to another, whether it be melodic or rhythmic. You should also notice that not only do we have rising synths towards the end of phrases, but a lot of the melodic motion in this song is ascending. We're always lifting up to the next part. So like the bass line, for example, dum, dum dum. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like we have everything is just in an upward motion, which also helps continue the hype move on throughout the entire song. Because the song is so full of energy and has such a fun mix to listen to, and might I add, amazing, powerful choreography, this song has landed on #1 for my 2019 songs. Once again, I believe that all of our opinions are equal, so I would love to hear what your favorite songs are in the comment section and what you think of my favorite songs and why you think that. Let's have a fun beginning to 2020, and I wish you all a lot of strength and encouragement for 2020. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful year. Bye.